Hello everyone, Dr. Victoria Skirbo here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. It's time for Taroscopes, and we're going to be doing the Taroscopes for the sign of Capricorn for the month of July. Now, we'll just go over a little astrology for you guys. The sun spends most of the month in the sign of Cancer, so that is in your solar sort of chart, that would fall in your seventh house. So there is a sort of focus on that, focus on relationship for you this month, Capricorn. But because we have Pluto in your sign, of course, it's been there since 2008. That Pluto in your sign will be making oppositions to both the Sun and Mercury this month, and so those are the times when you'd have even more awareness around relationship issues, especially where there are power struggles. So they'll be very evident for you this month, and in fact that happens on the 19th. Is it the 19th? The 19th is when the Sun opposes Pluto. And then on the, I don't think I have it written here. Hold on. I have like 1,000 little notes for myself. Oh, on the 18th. So on the 18th, Mercury opposes Pluto, and then on the 19th, the Sun. So that 18th, 19th time, that is after the full moon. The full moon is happening on the 13th, and of course that's happening in your sign with the moon in your first house. So you're feeling. So this is a time to actually tell people how you feel, and maybe let them know that you're aware if there's manipulation either being attempted, or just not to say, I think you're manipulating me or something like that, but just let them know that you're aware that that's a possibility, and maybe you're not pointing at them necessarily, but maybe you use a different person as an example, but letting them know that your antenna is up for that kind of stuff. And so maybe they won't try to play you quite as hard, or they'll go to somebody who they have a little more control over. I think that on a certain level, we give people as much control. They get as much control as we're willing to give them, right? So, all right, what else is going on this month that might be of interest? We have, Jupiter goes retrograde on the 28th. Jupiter is in Aries right now, and so with Jupiter in Aries, there's been this sort of pressure to maybe step away from some of your successes that occurred through how, what do I want to say, normal people are successful. Maybe you had a profitable business of some sort, and then you retire or you stop doing that. And now you want to sort of go out and do something maybe very different, and maybe you're a little concerned about what people are going to think or say or whatever. So that could be an issue this month for you. Capricorns do really care what other people think of them. More in the aspect of, less in the aspect of do they like me, which is more of I think a Libra thing. It's do they respect me. And I think that if you show a Capricorn respect, they will give you a whole lot more than if you disrespect them. So, all right. Let's take a look at the cards. So I'm using the Arcanum deck for this reading, and okay, let's take a look. we start with the Eight of Swords. So you're in a position right now where you feel very limited in what you can do. And it's a sense of having to sort of go by your instincts in this. And I would say that's the best way to go. Go with your instincts here. Don't, your instincts, your intuition, don't go by what your head is saying, because there's a lot of fear in that. And of course, Capricorn is a sign often associated with fear, being fearful to change, perhaps. But there's a lot to give up in that Capricorn energy. Capricorn is a sign of the Redeemer. It is a sign of the God that comes back from the dead kind of thing. So, and Capricorn is the way out of the zodiac, straight up to spirit, has to go through Capricorn. And of course, we have a lot of very famous Capricorns. Martin Luther King, of course, comes to mind when I think of a Capricorn who actually reached the mountain and then went beyond that. Of course, he had to shed his mortal coils to do that, and they were, whether he wanted to do it or not, and he wasn't given the option. So, all right, let's see what's crossing that. Okay, so love. It's really hard when you're concerned about another person and you love them. There's a delicate balance between allowing them to be themselves and put them into a certain amount of danger, or as you perceive it, danger. Or trying to support them too much, and it's a delicate balance. So this seems to be like an issue with children here, maybe an issue with there's also, can also be wanting to say something, wanting to speak from your heart, but being afraid that it's going to isolate you, or you're going to be left alone, or sometimes you have to ask somebody that you love to either do something or not do something, or because but you're afraid if you put a line in the sand that they may not love you for it. So that could also be an issue here. Yeah, so at the root is the Knight of Cups, which is love. So you have a question about love. Maybe who loves you? Why do you feel like you're unlovable? Why do you feel so isolated? Part of the problem, I think, with that issue can be just an unwillingness to be open to be vulnerable. And that is something that just like in order to rule, you have to kneel. In order for you to have true, from the ground up power, and not power over, just power, just a sense of embodied, spirit in matter kind of thing. You have to be willing to be hurt. You have to have an open heart. And when you open your heart, you're always putting yourself, at risk for somebody, oftentimes unintentionally, oftentimes not because they want to. It's just they're not at the place where they can. So let's see what's in the past. They're the Two of Wands. So this is your past plans for success, how you were going to put yourself out there. And perhaps this is even part of it. Maybe it has nothing to do with children. Maybe it has nothing to do with love and being afraid to tell the person that you love how you really feel about something. It could also be a little bit of you've put out your energy, you've done what you've needed to do to sort of structure yourself. in your business, and you're having a little bit of a confidence, a crisis in confidence right now. A crisis in confidence. That's what these two can be. Can I really do what I love? I'm afraid that's, do what you love and love what you do. Can I really do that? I'd say you can. Of course, sometimes you have to change your lifestyle in order to make room for that, because you're not always going to be able to maintain this. There's always trade-offs, right? Isn't that the truth? So in the sky, we have the Three of Wands. So this is success. Take your message of love on the road, guys. You're going to have, this is your message of love. This is at the root of the reading. This is at the top of the reading. This is what people want to hear. Don't be afraid to do what you love instead of do what you've always done because you felt a responsibility and it was just something that you were good at. This is sometimes something that you're not sure you're good at. So it takes courage. Fire, the wands is fire. It's courage. You have courage. Look, you've climbed the mountain, Capricorn. You've been to the top of the mountain. Oh, that's my Capricorn picture. In the immediate future, we have a new opportunity. The Page of Pentacles, small investment, maybe a small step forward. Nobody's leaving you the farm yet, but this is a step in the right direction. And so I think that, especially if you're feeling some financial stress, which, who isn't? That's all they keep talking about out there. So it becomes our reality. Financial stress, it's a little thing that's going to help. It's a little, maybe a check in the mail you weren't expecting, or a little gift, or a meeting with somebody who can further your cause or the kind of work that you do, that kind of thing. There's going to be an offering, and it's a small step. And I think that it's important that it is a small step, because this person here, walking through the swords, if this person took a giant step, it's very, very likely they could hurt themselves. So the steps need to be small. So the investments need to be small, right? You don't want to put yourself in debt up to your eyebrows for a dream. Like, just invest your time in, maybe it's not quite time to go full in on something. Step by step, slow. How people see you, from how it's seen by other people, right? So death. So they see you changing. They see you transforming. Some people are uncomfortable with that because it reflects things that they have to let go of, and they don't want to let go of stuff. So they give you a hard time as they see you change. And then as you change, you raise your vibration, or your attention goes in a different direction. A lot has to do with where you put your attention. You know that. And so what you pay attention to, in a way, becomes your reality. And so that needs to be balanced with reality. Like, there has to be a balance between aspirational stuff and reality, right? And you guys know that. This is your domestic situation. So in your domestic situation, you're having to put boundaries up. These are maybe a little bit hypervigilant boundaries, but you have your reasons. So I think people respect that. People respect your boundaries in that respect. They know that if push comes to shove, you will fight for it. I guess that's the benefit of being a Capricorn, right? Because Capricorns are slow and steady, hard workers, but the work that they do has the test of time to it. And so you generally, what you create is long standing, whether it's an actual thing or a family or sensibility. You guys are the rocks. You guys are the mountains. Hopes and fears, the world. So there's something maybe coming to an end. That could be a hope or a fear. I guess it just depends on where you're at, right? That is a Saturn card. So that is a card associated with a planet that rules your sign. And at the outcome, we have the Six of Pentacles. So things will be Think there'll be fairer distribution of resources for you coming up. Let's see if I can pull a major arcana. We get the Ace of Cups. I usually just pick 3. Oh, Strength. Okay, well, this is a beautiful reading, right? For a reading to start with this card and end with these, right? You really don't have to worry. You just have to take small incremental steps. Use your intuition. Try to stay out of your fearful mind, because that is easy enough to get into when you're a Capricorn. And underneath we have Temperance, which is healing. The Magician, which is power or intention. And the Empress, which is abundance. These are beautiful cards, Capricorn. Success is yours. Success is yours. This is a temporary period for you. All right. All right. Well, that was cool. That was a good reading. Makes me wish I was a Capricorn. I'll claim it. I'll claim it. What the heck? Got my Saturn in Capricorn. Pluto's sitting on my Saturn. I'll claim that reading. All right. Let's pull a goddess. Do I want to use that? Yeah, we'll do the goddess guide me cards. Actually, they're not that. They're called the goddess oracle cards. It's not me, right? It's hard to say when you're laughing. Okay, so let's pull a goddess card. Let's see what the goddess is. Whoa, hello. The goddesses almost fell on the ground. I caught them. We should all catch the goddess, right? It'd be a much better place. A much more loving place, I'd say. Alrighty then. Almost. All right, let's see. What goddess wants to come out for Capricorn? The goat. The goaty goats out there. I love watching baby goat videos. They crack me up. Bold. Be bold. This sort of goes along with the reading, right? Just go out there and express yourself. Okay. Beautiful. Here we go. Let's get it a little bit. Such a pretty card. Worth having a good look. If I can. Sorry, guys. I'm making you dizzy. All right. Let's just unleash your adventurous side. Take risks and be daring. Don't play it safe right now. Although I did say step by step. So do it, but do it slowly. You can be bold, slowly bold. In the direction of your true heart's desire, success comes not from timidity, but from committing yourself fully to realizing your dream. Hold the clear intention of success, and it shall come about. Enjoy the excitement of taking risks, of being bold, of being daring. And be sure to celebrate your success with a party or by splurging on a wonderful indulgence. So there you go. Have a wonderful July. Looks like it's going to be very interesting for you, Capricorn. I'll see you again next month for the Taroscopes of August. If you would like a reading with me, you can reach me at my website, at theseedsoftransformation.com. There is a link below. And as always, it's been a pleasure. See you next month. Take care. Bye. Namaste.